What's going on, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the debut, but also the finale of a game called Chained Echoes, as I just put all the requests I have, which is a total of 3 together. We're going to be listening to Roland Fields, Calling Upon Bravery, and Those Who Resist Destiny, requested by Arik, Robert, and Kapitein KOEK. Thank you so much. This is the channel Eddie Marianokru, who is also the composer of this game. I've never heard of this game, don't know what it consists of, and since this is the only time for now this game is going to show up here, I decided to throw in a little bonus. And since this is the video I'm watching is the whole OST in one video, so there's timestamps, I'm just going to start with the main theme, which wasn't requested at all, so get a preview of what the game is going to offer. And then maybe I'll look up later what Chained Echoes is. But we're going to start with the main theme. And then those other 3. So 4 songs, actually. That's super rare here. I've also never heard of this composer. Let me know what's up with this. This is Chained Echoes. Main theme first. Is that a gunblade I see? Well, it's got that main theme feel. We're going on an adventure, boys and girls. Feels like I'm just starting up a new game, and I don't know, I can feel that excitement. Ooh. For some reason, this part right here reminded me of Final Fantasy XIV, the library. Hey. Sounds like we're ascending into the clouds. Yeah, it's funny, I just said the clouds part and then the birds come in. Cool, so that was a bonus. I'm glad I did that, actually. But now we're going to hear the requests that were given to me. I chose the order, and it's just going to be in chronological order. So this is Roland Fields. This is 16 minutes into the video. Ooh, immediate bass and acoustic guitar. Sounds very 70s. It kind of reminded me of Yuzo Koshiro right away. Ooh. What a vibe. This requester is a fan of Xenoblade, and I could see the similarities. This has to be... you know what I'm getting from this? This sounds like Gower playing, kinda. Like a big open plain. Very green or very brown. Woo! Stabs. One more time. Oh, it's kind of reminding me of Grandia a little bit too. Oh, how funny. The next song is the next song in the soundtrack. I didn't realize that. You can just jump right into it. I think the next song is a battle theme. Pretty sure. Ooh, I like this. The drums have been doing a lot in this song. Right here, this sounds like the band America. One of my favorite bands of all time. Sister Golden Hair, Ventura Highway. Okay. You know, I'll talk after, but the very next song that's about to start is another request too. Calling Upon Bravery. And then I'll talk about those two after. Damn. Alright, here we go. Oh, maybe it's a battle theme for Roland Fields, or this whole area. They do sound very similar. I think they're connected. They sound connected. Ooh, that's sick. Damn, dude. The percussive attention to detail. Oh, the composer left a note here. I'll read that to you in a second. Oh, dude. Okay, let me take a quick break before I go to the last song. So far down. Just really quick, I wanted to just kind of bring this up, and it's a little cheesy to say, but this is really the reason I kind of do these things. To discover these like hidden gems that I probably would have never heard of otherwise. And when I say this, it's not any sort of criticism, but I'm seeing this channel less than 800 subscribers, which to me is just like, man, you know, maybe this truly is an indie game, or you know, whatever the case may be. And I'm thinking like this is hidden, right? This is hidden. Like not a lot of people know about this. I've never heard Chained Echoes, and I've heard no one talk about Chained Echoes. For all I know, it could be super popular. I'm just saying, I think in the grand scheme, it's a little hidden. But that's where I get the most joy. I don't like to reveal this kind of stuff because I don't want to, like, you know, let it open the door for others. But my favorite type of comments that I ever get here are always the, oh my god, insert game here. I was never expecting this on the channel, or something like that, right? Because That's awesome to me because I'm doing the same thing. I'm sharing it to people that would have never heard otherwise, and at the same time, the fans of it are getting their praise that they've been shouting from the rooftops, and they never thought someone else would cover that. And um, I'm just really glad that this I don't want to say community. That word kind of I don't really like that word, but the viewers of this channel. The reason I don't like community, by the way, is because I feel like it's like people looking up to like one. I don't like that. I like the whole kind of we're all just chilling. But where was I gonna go with that? I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me, I'm sure, by the next song. But that was really, really cool. But I want to read this little excerpt here in the description of this. If you want to know the video, it's Chained Echoes original game soundtrack full album from Eddie Marianakuro. And all it says is, the Chained Echoes OST is my humble contribution to the vast sea of video game music inspired by the classics that we've all grown up with and still revere. I thank Mattias Linda for allowing me the opportunity to score his wonderful game. I'm also grateful to all the musicians who provided their talent to bringing the soundtrack to another level. And last but not least, I thank my wife, family, and friends, and especially my late grandmother, for their unwavering support in my musical journey. I very much hope you enjoy the music. Thanks for listening. That's what it's all about. Like, that's it. That's it. Oh, anyways, I remember what I was going to say now, which actually kind of ties into that. The whole, what I like about the viewers, you guys watching this, is no one really ever assumed that this channel was just like listening to the most popular stuff or whatever's trending or whatever like that. It's just any and all corners of video game music. That's all I cared about, And I don't know, there's something really special about that, And I think that's why it shocks people when I put up a random visual novel from like 1998 or whatever, It's just whatever this is or when it came out, I can almost promise you, I probably wouldn't have picked it up myself. It wouldn't have come across my radar. But because of this, I get to hear, and now others that go along this journey with me. That's all this is, right? We're just going on this journey of hearing this. The channel of viewers are either know what the song is and they grew up with it, or they're coming along with me to see what's out there. I don't know. I just wanted to share that. So, losing my voice here. Last song here, the fourth one. We are going to be listening to Those Who Resist. Actually, let me talk for like 30 seconds about the last two songs. Fantastic. Maybe I'll talk about all of them at the end, but fantastic atmosphere. It felt very outdoorsy. It reminded me of Gower Plain from Xenoblade. Xenoblade has this very cool ambience to outdoor places. Most of the places are outdoor. But it just reminded me of just kind of like those open fields. It's called Roland Fields. But it just reminds me of that, like vast open area with like maybe just some mountainsides. And to me, that theme that we just heard was probably the battle theme of that section. That's kind of what I got from it. But I love the sound of it. Very crisp, very lively, and honestly, pretty damn good. This is Those Who Resist Destiny. This one's like towards the very end. Actually, it's the second to last song, and it's a little long. So let's just go into that. If I had to guess, probably final boss. This is Those Who Resist Destiny. We went from the first 60 minutes of the soundtrack to the last 2 hours. Looks like quite the cast of characters. A lot of variety. Oh yeah. Sounds like a final boss. Oh, I wonder if there's main theme motif in here. You can feel that tension in the soundtrack. It's dramatically shifted towards the end. I can. We probably just went to the equivalent of like the first 2 levels or something to the last dungeon. And these are real musicians? Oh yeah, he credits everybody. He credits everybody. Even the artwork and everything. Jeez. Oh, it's like progressive though. It's not just bombastic. I love the violence. Whatever the strings are here. It's kind of like this right here sounded to me like an attack. Like the attack of the boss. And it was just cast. Wow, dude. That sound, that always reminds me of like spiraling downwards or like chaos. Like, oh. Speaking of which, now it sounds like we've reached the depths of hell. Ooh, the organ. I think that's the main theme. But I heard it 15 minutes ago, so I don't really recall. That is a great name for a song. That has to be a boss. Those who resist destiny. It's like, follow me or else. Ooh. Oh, dude, this is reminding me now of one of my favorite songs ever from Nier. Dark Colossus. Oh, man. This is getting saucy. This whole soundtrack has been really good so far. Oh, it sounds like an Octopath Traveler song. It's a song title. Those who resist destiny, they who govern reason. It's that same thing, but slower now. It has a bunch of movements. Oh shit. Listen to the drums. Let's go. Love that 80s bend in there. The guitar is so 80s. It's got like chorus all over it. Holy crap, dude. I am at a loss of words. I don't know what to expect with any of that, let alone that last one. I am so tempted to look stuff up, and I might still, but right now I'm kind of just basking it all in of what just occurred. I think this video might be probably in one of those things that's always going to stick in my mind as the most, I don't know if underdog is the right word, but like just the most low-key, out of nowhere soundtrack I've heard. Never, as far as I know, I read my comments, I've never heard anyone talk about Chained Echoes. Or at least I haven't seen it enough. You know, it's just not something I've heard about. Which obviously doesn't mean anything. You know, video game music is, or even just video games, they're hidden amongst the sea of them. There's probably some really cool stories or, you know, mechanics we don't know that are out there. Anyways. So, going from never hearing about it to not knowing what to expect to then kind of throwing in the bonus main theme in there, just whatever, because I saw it was like a minute or two. So we started at the beginning of the game. And, you know, I felt the adventure looming. It sounded, for lack of a better term, a generic main theme. No offense meant by that. It just sounded like a main theme, which is good. It did what it's supposed to. It got me ready, you know. Then we go into 16 minutes into this. The soundtrack is a little over 2 hours, and then we go 16 minutes in to the Roland Fields into Calling Upon Bravery, which are right after each other. I did not know that when I clicked this, but they're right after another, which makes me think they sounded pretty damn close. But at that point we had the feeling of the game itself. So we kind of had the beginning, middle, and end, right? In a sense. And that was a journey. It's not every day or every month. It's so rare that I ever do anything like that in life in general, where I've never experienced it and then hear basically like 3 huge acts of it. And there's no more requests for it either. So this is a very unique, strange thing on the channel. But hearing that middle section and the battle theme going into there's only one song left after this, the one we just heard, which I'd have to imagine is credits or like a post fight. That was crazy. I don't even know how long that was. That was started at 1:56 and ended. It was 10 minutes. It was a 10-minute song. I didn't know that going into it. Whereas the other ones were like each 2 minutes. That was crazy. That was such a progressive powerhouse. Everything sounded amazing. The drums are going off. Flutes, violins, choir. Everything felt so ambitious and kind of intimidating, if I'm being honest. But it sounded great. It never sounded boring, stale. It was never too much. It felt like a really gradual progression to what's happening. Now, if I had to take a guess, it's the boss. At first, I thought maybe it was like the last dungeon or something, but that's probably a boss. So I'm gonna have to guess that this is just an RPG. Just by the amount of characters I see on screen. I don't know who's bad, who's good. But man, that had a lot of stuff that I just enjoy in music. All the songs, really. You know, Roland Fields had that kind of swing that I really enjoy. And what's made me pick up games because of it. And then the last song, that reminded me of one of my favorite songs on the entire channel, which is Dark Colossus from Nier Automata. And technically Nier Replicant. But that's a big deal. 2 games that I've played because of their soundtracks had the same DNA in this video. If that tells you anything. I'm kind of overwhelmed. That was wild. That was a wild ride. And guess what? All the songs sounded different from one another. I mean, yeah, they're quite different in the game. I'm sure this was spread across, what I have to guess, at least 50 hours. But damn. That was quite the debut and the exit. But who knows? Maybe the Chained Echoes fans will find me and now request more. But that's it, you know? Whew. That was cool, man. Let me know what's happening in all of them, because I feel like I can definitely put them into like future vibes episodes. You know, like they feel like they tell the story really well of what's happening. But I have to guess the last one's a boss, because it's literally called Those Who Resist Destiny. That is such a cool song name. That's it. So, again, it's Chained Echoes, original game soundtrack, full album from Eddie Marinacruo. It's their channel. Go check it out. It's awesome. Let me see what the first comment says. The very top comment. It's gonna be. I hope it's something like, "Oh, this is so underrated, dude. Look at these. Oh, you can't see, but he's got credits everywhere." Top comment. How many bangers do you need for the soundtrack? Yes. Exactly. All right, well, that was the debut. That's one of the strongest debuts on the channel, seriously. Strongest debuts and exits. It's like, hey guys, and then pew. Thank you to the requesters, and thanks to everyone you see on screen. I can't even be without them. Thanks for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Peace.